Predict weather 99% accurately with AI, farmers only. For generations, the farmer's almanac was as essential as a good tractor. It was a sacred text, dog-eared and coffee-stained, consulted with the reverence usually reserved for Holy Scripture. Its predictions, a curious blend of folklore, astrology, and observational wisdom, guided the most critical decisions of the agricultural year. This was accompanied by the farmer's own arsenal of homespun meteorology, a throbbing knee that signaled rain, the mournful lowing of cows before a storm, or the frantic flight of swallows skimming the fields. It was a beautiful, time-honored, and fundamentally precarious guessing game where a single misplaced bet on a late frost or a drought could wipe out an entire season's livelihood. The farmer's life was a high-stakes poker game against the ultimate opponent, Mother Nature, a notoriously unpredictable and ruthless player. Enter the new oracle, not a crumpled book or an aching joint, but a silent, whirring server farm humming in a data center. The notion that artificial intelligence, a creation of ones, zeros, and cold, hard logic, could outpredict centuries of tradition and instinct seems, on its face, absurd. The initial forays of AI into weather prediction were less Skynet and more scatterbrain. Early models, trained on incomplete data, might have confidently forecasted a balmy, sunny day for a hurricane or predicted a hailstorm with the size and ferocity of a biblical plague, only for the day to dawn with nothing but a few apologetic clouds. To the weathered farmer leaning on the fence post, these digital divinations were a joke, a high-tech parlor trick with no understanding of the real world. Trusting it would be like asking a city slicker who's never planted a seed to manage a 1,000-acre spread. But AI learns, and it doesn't just learn, it devours. The shift from clumsy intern to master prognosticator didn't come from teaching AI to mimic old almanacs, but from unleashing it on a staggering buffet of data that no human brain could ever process. We're not just talking about temperature and pressure. Modern agricultural AI, built for farmers only, feasts on a planetary scale menu. Real-time satellite imagery tracking cloud formations down to a square meter, Doppler radar sensing minute shifts in wind shear, ocean buoy data measuring the temperature of currents thousands of miles away, and sensors on drones flying over fields measuring soil moisture evaporation rates. This is where the magic happens. The AI doesn't think about weather. It calculates correlations invisible to the human eye. It can cross-reference the water vapor content over the Pacific Ocean with historical yield data for a specific strain of corn in Iowa. It can analyze the flight patterns of those very swallows via citizen science data inputs and correlate them with pressure drops. It understands that a specific combination of humidity, wind direction, and soil temperature at 3 a.m. has a 99% probability of resulting in dew level sufficient to delay irrigation for exactly 36 hours, saving water and money. Consider Agri-Syn, a fictional but utterly plausible AI platform. A farmer, let's call her Maria, is preparing for a critical planting window. Instead of gazing at the sky or consulting the almanac's prediction for periods of unsettledness, she opens her tablet. She doesn't input complex metrics. She tells the AI her need. Optimal planting conditions for soybeans in Northfield 4B within the next 72 hours, with a 99% confidence window against frost. The AI gets to work. In milliseconds, it runs thousands of simulations, a process called ensemble forecasting. It compares the European model against the American model, factors in the real-time data from her own in-field sensors, and analyses hyperlocal microclimate trends from the past decade. It doesn't just give a yes or no. It provides a precise prescription. Begin planting Tuesday at 1 p.m. Expect a 0.5-inch rainfall Wednesday at 4 p.m., which will perfectly water in seeds. 0% chance of frost for the following 10 days. Projected yield increase. 5% due to optimized germination conditions. The win for the farmer is nothing short of revolutionary. The gut feeling is now backed by statistical certainty. The art of farming is elevated by the science of prediction. AI mitigates the biggest risks. Precision irrigation. Water only when and where the AI says it won't rain, conserving a precious resource and cutting costs. Frost warning. Receive alerts with enough lead time to activate protective measures, saving entire orchards from a wipeout. Optimized harvesting. Know the exact 48-hour window to bring in the crops before storm hits, avoiding field damage and spoilage. The comedy is no longer in the AI's failure, but in its almost spooky accuracy. The old-timer who once swore by his aching knee might now grumble, "My knee says rain tomorrow." His grandson will check the app and reply, "The AI says your knee is 96% accurate, but it's just a low-pressure system. The precipitation will hold off until Thursday." Also, it suggests you see an orthopedist. Ultimately, the AI is not a replacement for the farmer's intuition, grit, and connection to the land. It is the ultimate tool, a digital almanac that updates itself 1,000,000 times a second. It is the weather-wise great-grandparent, the almanac writer, and the NASA scientist, all rolled into one and accessible from a smartphone in the middle of a field. The victory of AI in agriculture is a collaborative one. It empowers the farmer, the original data scientist, with godlike foresight, turning a battle against the elements into a managed partnership. It proves that the future of farming isn't about abandoning tradition, but about augmenting it with intelligence, ensuring that those who feed the world are no longer at the mercy of the clouds. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. It will really help this channel out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more informative videos coming.